What up, what up, what up? I'm Jake.
I'm Jim.
Welcome to Secret Hideout, place we talk you can't bring to the dinner table.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
What up, Zozo?
What up, boys?
Oh, we got one for you today. I don't even know what we talked about. We didn't have much of a pop culture section. We jumped right into the thick of it.
Yeah.
Talked a little.
We cut off the first like 30
Tartaria.
minutes, so
Yeah, we touched on some Tartaria. We touched on some
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, Flat Earth,
Talk on,
Owen Benjamin, Dave Chappelle response.
yeah.
What was in the meat of that?
I don't know.
Kanye.
Kanye, you talk about the show Dark on Netflix.
Yeah,
I feel like there was like a whole first
Yeah.
yeah, that we
30
cut out.
minutes of
No.
something. I don't know. Check out the episode.
Yeah.
Find out.
Check it out. These intros are supposed to help you know what you're about to watch.
Yeah.
So check it out. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at Secret Hideout Podcast and check out that TikTok and keep liking and sharing.
Give me get my Santa Claus clip. Of
Yeah,
love.
that Santa Claus clips need some love on there.
Right.
Get some love.
And the Power Ranger one too.
Yeah.
I talk about more stuff than just pop culture, Jim.
You could send me clips.
I got him.
All right, check it out.
But I like the Power Ranger one though.
All right, peace.
Pop.
It's getting that pop culture here.
Yeah, this is where we're starting this episode 15. Woo! Here we go.
Starting from shit
Yeah,
to God.
yeah, we're cutting all that shit right there.
hilarious.
Show starts right here.
Yeah.
I thought we were on a roll at first when we opened, and then
Then we talked about
Oh my God. I almost saw that Violent Night movie with the dude from Stranger Things, but I didn't go. Have you guys heard anything about that?
yeah, we talked about it last
Last episode.
last episode.
yeah, we
Yeah,
watched the trailer for it.
yeah. You didn't go to it.
I didn't end up going. I went, but I was meeting someone there, and they got there late, so we ended up just going for drinks instead.
Oh, instead of seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would have been good, Enzo.
I know,
You
dude.
almost had something.
I did start watching. I did watch part of something where the Crawdads sing. Have you ever heard of that?
Rachel just finished that book.
I watched part of that movie.
I think I have it.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd
Yeah.
you think of it?
I mean, it's okay. It's not my like genre. It's not my type of movie, but
Delia Owens
yeah.
is the author of the book.
Okay.
What's the book? What's the movie about?
The
I don't
movie
even know anything
seems to be about this woman that's like raised in the wild or something. She's like in the wild because her parents died, and she inherited this house. It's like in the bayou, kind of like True Detective season 1 area.
Okay.
And so she has no parents or whatever, and she's kind of like wild. And then she meets this dude. They like kind of he like, oh yeah, she meets this dude. The dude's kind of like likes her, you know, but he goes off to college. He's supposed to come back and meet her, and like he doesn't show up. So she like gets over him, meets this other guy. Well, this other guy like takes an interest in her, but he's kind of like a psychopath.
When is this time period? Was
It seems like I think 70s maybe.
okay.
Yeah. So he meets this guy. He's like a psycho, and then he like kind of abuses her, like tries to rape her, and they start the movie like with it's a trial because that guy who was a psycho like fell to his death, and she's being charged for the murder.
Oh, okay.
So it's like all about like recounting the story of what happened, how that guy ended up getting killed, and I won't reveal like what happened, but
Did you finish it?
no, but I'm pretty sure they make it kind of obvious. Like I'm pretty sure I know like what happened.
I think Rachel already watched it.
Yeah.
So it's a big book, though. The book's like huge.
What's it called?
Where the Crawdads Sing.
Yeah. I think it was Netflix.
Yeah, is it?
Oh, right there.
Is that
Yeah.
Is that book new or is it like a?
Classic.
Yeah.
Crawdads.
Was it a good movie though?
It was okay. Like I said, it wasn't my genre, but I mean, it wasn't bad.
What genre is it?
2018. It seemed like a kind of like a romance mixed with a little bit of like just a drama, really. I mean, I wouldn't call it a suspense or a thriller. It's just like a drama mixed with like a romance, probably murder mystery novel. The book.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder if Rachel watched it. What made you watch that? Did you watch that with your lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to watch it. I was like, tried watching the first like season of Game of Thrones like already 7 times.
You're like, watch Europa with me.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, this bitch won't stay up. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll bleep that for you.
Thank you.
Just in case she won't check
No,
this
she
out.
won't.
But
It's okay. She won't make it through it. She'll fall asleep.
Rachel listened to the first like 20 of ours. So I was a little nervous at the first 20. Then she fell off.
Yeah, Melissa's never listened to it.
No. Yeah, they don't care about what we do. They think of it as a threat, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about? Any creative endeavor is like an argument.
It's like, oh, I wrote this new song. It's like, is that about me?
You better not get any.
That's about me. It's like, nah, it's about white Jesus.
What's about which? There's Jimmy Howard and his sausage fingers.
Yeah, dude, look at him.
Oh wow, yeah, look at him.
What's
He looks like a bad guy from like 1930s.
He's like, look
movie.
here. I can't do it. My voice isn't gonna let me. Jake, will you please do that?
Well, no, he's not. It's not like a C one.
No?
No, it's. He looks like a goon, you know, like one of the goons that stand in the back and don't say anything. And
Okay.
they punch him in the face.
Like, get him, Johnny.
Like it's not. It looks like someone. He looks like a fucking Dick Tracy villain.
Oh, there you go. Snapshot. Bingo.
Yeah, we talking shit about Jimmy Howard.
The Wings just lost. The Wings are hit or miss this year, man.
He looks like Mickey, looking like he hanging out with what's his name, that guitarist, Motor City Madman,
What? Oh, Ted Nugent?
Ted Nugent,
Yeah, he might be.
hunting humans and shit,
Ted Nugent's bass is fun.
like hunting liberals.
Yeah, for sure.
dude's crazy, man.
Ted Nugent's bass.
Yeah.
He don't play.
Dude, Mickey Redmond's probably based as fuck too. He's just not allowed to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has no platform to be really. I mean, he's not like during like Pride Week being like, I love this. Like, thank God
And
we
you can
got
see they
this
got the
in the
rainbows.
NHL.
Yeah, we got hockey.
It's
Bow
all
down to this.
inclusive. I love their rainbow tape.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's saying some shit.
Yeah, look at these queer. You can say that one. It's in there. It's in their acronym.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I always picture Mickey with like you ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
You know Julian, he's always got the glass.
Yeah. He's always drinking.
Yeah, I always picture that's how I picture Mickey.
Yeah, he's drinking a ginger ale. Doesn't he
Always.
call it a ginger ale or a pop?
Yeah, something like that. We're watching a lot of movies, Christmas stuff, you know, it's Christmas time. So everything I'm watching is like Christmas related. But we watched Scrooged.
Oh, Bill Murray. Classic.
Murray. Classic.
That's an
right
Annie
there.
movie.
Yeah.
That's an Annie's movie for sure.
Yep. I think it made its way to Grandma's.
Yeah. It almost did.
Scrooged, man, it's just good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's all I can really say about
That's all I have to say about that.
it. That's all I gotta say about that. No, he almost like quit acting. Like this was like his first movie back. Like he took like I think like this came out in 88. Yeah, 88, and I think Ghostbusters came out in 84. And I don't think he did anything between there.
What happened?
I think he was quitting acting.
Probably made a fucking bag off Ghostbusters.
And then he came back for this. This is a Richard Donner film, though. I didn't know that.
I remember it being a little bit unsettling as a child,
Yeah, there's
like
parts.
potentially scary.
Yeah, I didn't watch this with my kids. I mean, I guess I could.
Like
PG
this
13.
guy.
Yeah, there's some scary parts in it. But yeah. Watch that, watch Home Alone 2, of course.
See, we usually do that. I'll do that like right before Christmas.
We're gonna watch original Home
Yeah.
Alone before Christmas. Watching The Grinch,
Jim Carrey's.
Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Kids are liking that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's about it. I mean, I don't really.
We got nothing for Pop.
Not really. We've been watching that Dark show, and it's fucking. It's a heavy show.
What's it called?
It's called Dark. It's a German show. It's like a better. Well, it's no, because it's different. It's like
It had Stranger Things vibes.
yeah, but it is different. It's like really different. It like Stranger Things is like fun, you know. It was like more fun and
Goonies.
like this show is like a slow ass fucking burn.
Art House Stranger Things.
It's like a slow burn, but it's good. It's like heavy. It's all time travel. Basically, like, it's kind of hard. It's really hard sometimes because it's German, and so you're reading subtitles, and like everyone has got like a German name, and so like you're forgetting you got all these characters, right? And it's modern time, and then it keeps going back. It's about time travel, and it's a time travel, and it's in 33-year gaps. Like
33.
yeah, that's a big thing, and they talk about it being a number of importance in the movie or in the show.
I wonder why.
And they talk about how Jesus 33, and then more biblical stuff involving 33 and all these 33s throughout history. And so you're going from 2019 to 86, and then to 1953. But so you're seeing all these characters, and then you're seeing younger versions of them, and then you're seeing like even younger versions of them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it gets confusing sometimes when you're like, I don't know who this is, because they'll say a name.
Oh,
And I'm like,
it's
this is
different
Johangen
actors.
Jazen. You know?
That one's okay.
Yeah.
That one's cool. You don't have to do that.
And you're like, oh fuck, which one was that in like 86, or you know? And some of them are in 86, but they might be dead in 2019, and I don't know. But it's like it's heavy because it's getting like I said, we're like 8 episodes in, and like nothing big has happened yet. But like you just know something big is coming.
Do they offer a dubbed?
I think so.
Because with the
I think so.
after
actually.
watching
I'm-
All's Quiet dubbed, I'm okay to watch like a German film dubbed because the language is close enough that like their mouths don't look wildly off. Like when you
Yeah,
watch a
maybe I should try
Japanese
it
or
dubbed.
Chinese dubbed, like the language is just so starchly different
Yeah.
that it's like hard to watch. It looks silly.
yeah.
But it took me like an hour of All's Quiet to realize it was dubbed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you notice, there's a cave. So they found out. So like all these kids go missing. It's like every 33 years, there's like a disappearance of kids, right? There's a disappearance of kids, and then there's kid bodies that are found, right? But every time they find these bodies, and like I said, it's like every 33 years this happens. It happens around the same time, and all these same things occur. And so people in 86 that were alive in 86, when it happens in 2019, they're like, holy shit, this feels just like when it happened when I was young. Like all these, like the lights flickering, these birds dying, and then like kids disappear, and then kids appear and they're dead, and nobody knows who they are. You know, it's like these kids appear that are dead, and they're not the kids that are missing. They're like different kids. And there's like a cave, and you find out, you go through this cave, and like there's like these like tunnels with doors on them, and you go through these little tunnels, and then you come out at a different time period. you either come out in 1986 or you come out in 1953. So it's just like really, it's crazy because it is building to something. It's building to something good, and like I said though, it's very slow burn. And it was cool because the last episode we watched, it took place in 1953, and a dude from modern times who's looking for his kid crawled through the cave and came out in 1953, and he had his jacket on him, and he's talking to this guy, and he leaves, and he left his jacket. And so the end of the episode, it shows the guy like hanging up his jacket, and he decides to like look in the pocket, and he pulls out his cell phone, and he's like looking at it and shit, and then he like pushes the side button, and it turns on, and he fucking like
Freaks out.
he like freaks out and drops it, you know, and then it ends. And I was just kind of thinking, like, you know how like that would be fucking crazy, like for a person in 1953 to see a cell phone, like a smartphone.
Sure.
Like that would be insane. Like it'd be way more insane than a person in 1986
Oh yeah.
witnessing a iPhone.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it'd be crazy for them too, but it would. I think it would be more like they'd be able to process it a lot better than someone from like 1953.
Yeah, they'd get it.
You know,
They'd at least understand it.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like,
Oh, what is this?
scream
Yeah.
and like this is wild. But 1950s, you know, you only have one
1950
TV in the house.
yeah. If like the 19, because I was looking into that, and like by 1955, in 1955, they said like only half of America had one TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I
that
mean
would
that was
be
the year my
crazy.
dad was born, so
That would be fucking crazy.
and he remembers getting his first
It was
TV.
it was like 1955 when they started really
Ramping it up.
Yeah.
ramping it up and becoming really mainstream, and people were able to get them and stuff. So, yeah, but it is a really good show. You just got to get through. You got to be into that. You got to be into that slow burn shit.
Yeah, I think
Like
I probably
Melissa's
like
gone
this.
on it. Like I'll like say something. I'll be like, oh, I think that's that cop from that's
Yeah.
that one. He's just young here.
And it's different actors, right? Obviously.
Yeah, it's different
Yeah.
actors. Shit. But yeah.
I'm gonna try it dubbed.
I think I'm
Like
gonna
a
try that
dummy.
too. I'm gonna see if there's a dub version of it. Maybe try it.
It might throw you off now that you've like gotten audibly
voices.
used to their voices.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to watch a show like this in subtitles because like you can't miss anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like look at your phone real quick,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Because like you can look at your phone and still listen.
But if it's in German, you're not picking that up.
In German, you're not picking it up, and then like the show is deep and is very complex. So you're missing a lot of shit by taking your eyes off the screen.
Germans be making good stuff.
Yeah, can't fuck with it.
We were talking about a bunch of German engineering before this.
Yeah.
Like audio engineering. Like these headphones.
Sennheiser.
Sennheiser
Yeah.
microphones.
Yeah,
Bayer, isn't that another one you said?
Yeah, these are Bear.
it's German.
Yeah. I didn't know if Shure was these mics, but Sennheiser, which is a good microphone too.
German engineer.
Yep. German engineering.
What else did they engineer the best of, Enzo?
Cars. Uniforms.
Oh god.
Well, are you looking up with sure?
Sure, microphones. Yeah, I just want to see like
Just ask it.
they were in the United States. It looks like.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, made in America.
Probably by a German. Seriously. I mean, they stole a lot of Germans.
Rockets.
Rockets.
hmm
Yeah, be careful. Careful talking about these German people.
Right.
For real.
I think Ye got in trouble for this.
Probably, dude.
Alex
Did you
Jones show.
ever get to that Gavin McInnes interview with Ye? Jake?
The Gavin who?
Gavin McInnes. Do you know who that is? He's like,
The founding members of the Proud Boys.
yeah, Gavin McInnes.
He started Vice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the goatee.
Yeah.
Nice hair. Oh yeah, that guy. I guess it's more of a beard than a goatee.
That's how I wanted my hair
He
to
started
look when I
Vice?
tried to do it that way.
Yeah,
It
he
didn't work
started
out.
Vice.
Really?
He's one of the founders of Vice.
What happened to it?
He got canceled.
It just got fucking taken over by the woke mob.
What did Vice used to be like?
See why Gavin McInnes left Vice.
When did he leave Vice?
Vice was sweet, dude. Vice was always sweet.
– 2006 and 2008 he left due to what he described as creative differences. The split was about increasing influence of corporate advertising on Vice's content.
Okay, so he was there from 94 to 2007.
So definitely before we actually knew what Vice was.
Yeah. It says after leaving Vice in 2008, he became increasingly known for far-right political views.
Yeah. He grew up.
I mean, Vice was sweet though. Like when Vice first came out, like Vice was like, it
Because
wasn't.
you were a liberal.
Yeah, I mean, it was. it would do like skateboarding shows and shows about like psychedelics and.
Yeah.
Counterculture.
I'm curious as what Vice was in that period of 94 and 2007.
Still counterculture for sure.
Counterculture, yeah.
But I think like the fact of somewhere, the counterculture flipped, like around 2012.
Yeah. Interesting.
But what do you have to say about that, Enzo? You asked the question.
You should definitely. Well, like you guys talked about the Alex Jones interview last week. I think the one with Gavin McInnes is even better. Just worth watching. That's all. And I think it's a little bit less sensationalized, the one that he does with Gavin McInnes, but it's weird because it looks like he's like in a fucking. I don't even know where they are. They look like they're in some like warehouse secret hideout location. Like, and he's still wearing his mask, obviously. Which, did you hear why he said he wore the mask?
Nope.
Because it allowed him to channel and like talk without people like seeing his facial expression. And yeah, let me fast forward to the. Just so.
You ain't gonna find it. Where are you?
I found it right here. Dude, I'm a fucking wizard. You kidding me? This is when he's like, yeah, I suck, blank. Never
So you're gonna
mind.
find out. You're gonna find in there this hour-long interview.
No, I'm just going to show you, like, look, you can see the background. He's like, they're like sitting in some sort of like, I don't know where they are.
Is this
bro.
not usually where he has his podcast?
No.
Well, it's probably like on Ye's terms.
See, like, look at that. Yeah.
Definitely
It's
looks
like in a
it.
basement.
It looks like Ye's like warehouse thing.
Yeah.
Gotta admit, I like that jacket.
Really?
Kinda. I mean, maybe not that exact one, but I like the idea of wearing
I like the
Motorcycle
jacket.
jacket.
I don't like all the stuff on it.
I like
If it was just like
black.
a color
Yeah.
or just that green with the orange inside.
So then, do you guys know who this guy, that other guy is? Nick
Nick
Fuentes?
Fuentes.
Yeah, like,
I've been learning who he is.
He's
Pretty
like-
much all I hear is he's just a racist, and people keep showing clips of him saying really racist stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny though. Too.
Yeah, he's a colorful political commentator that his stuff's like real like low quality though. Like
Yeah.
his shit wasn't that big.
I wonder who's pushing him. This is a great interview, though, if you get a chance to watch it.
It's hard to defend him.
Who, Ye?
No, the other guy.
Nick
Oh yeah,
Fuentes?
for sure.
Yeah.
Which is weird why like Ye has him with him like everywhere.
Because I know that he's like he got canceled to the extreme. Like he like lost
bank
access,
accounts?
yeah, to his bank accounts and shit.
So is this like the next level of the psyop now, where it's just getting so muddied that like,
Seems like they're preparing us for, taking away our money when we do bad.
yeah, I agree. Taking us down from PayPal.
Well, BitChute just got canceled too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like monetarily canceled. I was just reading. If you go to like BitChute lost all their banking access.
Yeah, of course. I wonder why. They're hosting a movie that starts with an E.
Oh, dude, I seen a commercial for it was a commercial on regular TV for like fighting anti-Semitism. Look up the commercial. See if you can find it.
I believe it. Did you see the thing I sent you today about Sam Bankman-Fried?
Dude, it was like it was funny. But it was a legit like it was a commercial and it was almost in the style of like a pharmaceutical commercial. Or like it was wild.
Really?
Like
that's not needed.
no.
Like that's not
No.
needed.
It was wild
There's
to see
not
There's
enough
like
people
There's like three people in the Midwest that like
that like openly would say
anything.
Yeah.
like damaging type of shit, even though like none of it's damaging.
Well,
But,
no,
like,
the fact that they even did it was almost more like that would to me was like, well, what are you guys up to? Like if you have this commercial, like what do you
so yeah,
like what's this
like what's really
what's
going
this
on here?
pushing? Like is this trying to amplify it? Like
Yeah.
by giving a voice
Because
to
there's
it?
not enough
Yeah.
for this commercial to exist.
No. Definitely.
Like, we're
Yeah.
not in
Did you not
some
find
type
it?
of
I looked up commercials.
we're not
but-
on some type of brink of like
Yeah.
a World War II repeat.
No,
You
it's
know?
like it's like I mean like Ari Shafir said it about like Kanye and stuff. He's like the guy's just saying things. Like
Yeah.
he's not like he's just saying things. He's like this is much different than what
Yeah.
was happening when there was people in internment camps and stuff.
It's really
And, like,
weird. Yeah, it's really weird when people get off like when people are like, can you believe what Kanye said? He said he liked Hitler. And it's like so. So
He
what?
said, dude, the thing is, he said a lot more than just that. That's
yeah,
the
but
thing.
so what?
Yeah, so what? Exactly. So what?
So what?
Why do people get personally offended? It's like,
Wh-
do you care that Genghis Khan killed millions of people? Do you care that Joseph Stalin killed lots of people? Do you care that we probably killed lots of people, like lots of Native Americans? Like, do you freak out about that when someone mentions the name of General Custer or
I mean some people
Montezuma? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like there has been lots of wars and different things all throughout history. Alexander the Great was probably responsible for lots of deaths. I mean, who are we kidding here? Like, this has been human history since the dawn of mankind. I mean, who's going to say what genocide / Holocaust is the worst? Is the Holocaust the worst? Is the one that happened in Bosnia worse? Is the Armenian genocide worse? Is
My whole
It's
thing
like-
is just like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up listening to Eminem, but it's just like, when he says like, I just said it, I didn't know if you would do it.
Yeah.
I
Do
think
it or
you would
not.
Do it.
Yeah.
well, it's just
Like, that's like when did like why are words like this words are violence bullshit? It's like what the fuck? Like,
well, they're not.
how is that like physically possible? Like,
They're not, and no one has a monopoly on trauma and pain. So it's like silly that people act like, oh, well, our trauma that our people went through is somehow worse, or we can measure up with what your people went through. It's, that's what he says in the interview. He's like, they don't have a monopoly on pain, on bad things happening to them. He says, oh, what about Planned Parenthood? Like, we're losing X amount of babies per year, and people don't care about that. Like, that was his point. And I understand that from the standpoint that it's like you said, last week when you were talking to your sister and you noticed that she got teary-eyed and emotional. And I can see that happening to a lot of people over this type of subject, dude. I can see a lot of people, if I tried to talk to them or say anything, even if I just bring up Kanye, you can tell it's gonna get tense.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I don't know. Like, I just don't care. Like, I just don't get why everyone's freaking out about him saying that shit. Like, maybe.
Well, you
I
know
mean,
why.
if he was saying like, oh, this type of people should be murdered, and you see them in the street, murder them, and
Yeah.
spit on them, and treat them differently, put them in camps. You know, if they start to like, if he started saying shit like how like what like liberals were saying to people who chose not to get vaccinated, like, then I'd be like, whoa, okay, like that's fucked up.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
Like if he started acting like how liberals acted during the pandemic,
But the narrative is that
You
he's
know.
crazy. They're like putting out the narrative that he's insane.
then I'd be like opposing him and shit. But I don't know. I just don't really care what he's saying.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. It's just
Bro, if you listen to, I would just say listen to the Gavin McInnes one, listen to the whole Alex Jones interview. I think if once you get past some of the theatrics, like I think he says a lot of stuff that is like very insightful. When you get past like the whole like shock and awe of what he said, there's a lot of stuff in there that I just found very, at the least, entertaining, dude. Like I don't know. I don't think he is crazy, to be honest with you. I don't think he seems very lucid. I understand what he's saying, especially.
Oh, he's not crazy. No, absolutely not crazy. I don't know what his. We talked about this last episode. You weren't here. But yeah, I don't know what his goal is, but he knows what he's doing.
He said
he's
goal.
doing whatever he's doing. He's doing it.
He said his goal in the.
he's like he said it, and he said lock him up.
No, he said he goes, I'm me tooing.
Spit on him.
This is what he said. He goes, I'm me tooing the people, that he's talking about, that he's referring to. I'm me tooing them. Like, I'm doing what the Me Too movement did, which was basically like calling them out for, their bad behavior, screwing him over with contracts, taking his kids away, like getting control of his wife's business, like, doing all the things that basically they did to him, to the point of his trainer, who he says in the fucking Tim Pool interview that his trainer, they found out afterwards that he was like a Canadian CIA agent, basically, what the Canadian version of that is. That guy,
which sounds pussy though. Don't you
Right,
think
yeah.
the Canadian CIA.
well, yeah,
would be a bunch of bitches.
instead of murking him, he threatened to, put him in an insane asylum on lithium and shit. Like,
yeah,
so that's what I'm saying is like he seems very lucid. He's not on drugs. He's saying shit, and bro, I don't know, man. The craziest part is he's talked about so many like conspiracy talking points in all these different interviews. I've heard him bring up MK Ultra. In the Alex Jones interview, he talks about how the people that run the world first is the oldest family bloodlines, then the Vatican, who is of the blood of Peter, not Paul, he said, then the people that he's, currently in
Beef with.
and then the governments, is what he said. And then he also talked about bro, he talks a lot about handlers and how
Yeah, he does talk about.
he talks a lot about handlers. So, and that's like making me think that obviously, I mean, there's a part of me that always knew that concept existed, that all these people are just like kind of like put out there and they're really like being handled by someone else.
yeah. Like
It's
it's,
just-
not necessarily their viewpoints or this and that. It's all being orchestrated by others. Like the whole image, the whole
Their whole life,
message,
dude.
their whole life, what they go and do, what they say. I mean, we've known that like as musicians, period, that like you don't get a say in what your record sounds like, or movie
Yeah.
producers, like movie directors that direct a whole film, and then the studio
comes in.
Yeah.
and wipes their whole film.
Yep.
It's because they have a
They're like, nope, you got to put like 3 women in power positions, 3. Never mind.
yeah.
You know what I'm about to say.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea, and he's exposing that, and all that anyone's saying is that he's being hateful towards one group. And I mean, I don't know. His language is interesting, and I almost think it's not like in the way he was theatrical on Alex Jones and like said all that crazy shit using Nettie and using
Netanyahu, about
and using all that stuff. Like it's almost like discrediting
Yep.
because he is talking about some. It's like Alex Jones in general. Like Alex Jones says some real shit that makes people think, but then
Controlled op, yeah.
but then he goes off on the rail and he's easily dismissed.
Yeah.
So that's just like the same thing with Ye right now. Like it's like, yeah, he's talking on all the points that like people who are red pilled or whatever, black pilled and open minded are talking about.
It's like he knows all of them, all these talking points,
Yeah.
dude. It's like almost like, bro, this guy's been on Gab, like, or straight up, or like,
I'm sure he is.
you know. Other thing he brought up was he kept saying like he was like, who is DeSantis? No one knows DeSantis. Where did DeSantis come from? He just showed up. And he's like, we don't want DeSantis to win. Like, Trump is our guy. And he kept saying, like, DeSantis is going to give you more of, and he kept, like, saying, like, Zionism. But, like, I thought that was interesting. Because I'm like, I don't really know how to feel about that.
Yeah, and everyone who's been like properly red pilled this last 2 years, like thinks DeSantis is our hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I look at DeSantis and I'm like, I'd prefer him to Trump. I would, you know, and a lot of people who are in this world and talking
Is he
about
just being handled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think so. I think he's like a.
sure.
He's like,
But like his public image
He's
and
like,
like
"You're
the
gonna
way
be the
he
next
deals
guy."
the way he deals with like all the normal issues, like
He's
let's
like
talk
your,
about
Yeah, he's like your politician,
yeah.
your classic politician, which what made Trump so, crazy is because he was
Yeah.
like a wild card.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck he was gonna say.
But DeSantis was like freedom of choice with vaccinations and
yeah.
and that's where a lot of like Republicans and people who now
But I'm pretty sure
4D
he's,
chess,
he's World Economic
Forum.
Forum.
yeah, young leaders.
young leader.
Yeah, I think he is.
4D chess, bro. Like, you just gotta think like they're like putting him up maybe to be the next challenger to divide the Republican base. I don't know, bro. It's just crazy to think about, but
Doesn't it seem like DeSantis is about freedom?
it does to me.
does.
But I'm just
Doesn't
saying
it
it
seem like
seemed
Florida like handled well during the last 2 years.
I don't know.
Does.
Isn't there that shit going on with Disney right now? I guess we're on some random fact shit right now, aren't
Disney
we?
plus.
Secret hideout random shit.
Like, aren't they like giving Disney back? Like, he took away fucking like a tax cut from them for like punishment. I think they gave it back or some shit. I could be wrong. Oh, it's the denies report of U-turn on Disney's Ready Creek. The state may reverse its decision to dissolve. Okay, but he's saying it's not happening. So, but there's rumors out there that it is happening.
I guess we're gonna find out, but I agree with you. It does seem that DeSantis is for freedom. It does seem that Florida's doing everything right. It does seem that he is like the quote unquote hope. It was interesting to hear Ye saying all that stuff though, that like you said, we know is red pill info. And then it's like, well, what does he know? What has he seen? And then for him to like say, oh yeah, like I just had dinner with Trump, and like it seems like he's kind of even at odds with Trump, which is interesting. But it was interesting to hear him just say like, who is DeSantis? We don't even know this guy. Like, where did he come from? So I don't know. Take it for what it is.
Yo, that Brittany Griner chick is a dude.
That might be a bold statement, but
I think she is too, dude.
I agree.
It's a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said that forever, but
I never heard him talk. Heard her talk.
Well, I mean,
before.
I
It's
think
just so bizarre, man.
well, either way, I mean, I think either she's transitioning, like, I mean, she seems to want to be a dude. I mean, she dresses like a dude. She I mean, I think that
Yeah.
I think that she would be pissed if we were calling her she. The only reason that she's staying, the only
She's in
reason
the
she's
woman's-
holding on to it is because she has a job
Who can
that's
honestly
paying
Yeah.
lots. I mean, so like, yeah, people are saying that she's a man or this and that. I mean, you can look up. There's like photos of her when she was a kid, and she's done like interviews when she was a kid, and it looked like a little girl.
Talk like that, though. So she might be turning into a man.
Well, yeah, I think she's
doing a good job.
She's
They'll put it that way. Though.
She's taking
Okay.
she's taking the
Hormones and stuff?
testosterone
Oh, she
and
is.
hormones. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Look at her.
You're sure of it?
I mean,
You're suspecting it.
I'm suspecting it. Yeah. I mean, she's she's got big traps and
like this picture right here?
yeah. I mean,
Broad.
she dresses like a man. She's married to a woman. I think if
I knew she was gay.
I think if Brittany Griner didn't have a job where she
But
needs
I was
to
like,
be a
oh,
woman,
At first though, I was like, oh, is this dude like playing in the WNBA to get that easy money? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I thought at first.
I did
going
too.
on.
What that's because everyone like in the right and everything
Was pointing out.
like things
or
like
pro-
Adam's
yeah.
apple and stuff like that.
Well, I think the biggest one for me was hearing it talk.
yeah, but
like,
I
I
think
just
that
never-
can happen from
Yeah, for sure.
From, like, hormones.
and everything. Well, if she's turning into a dude, she's doing a good job.
there's like a shirtless photo of her.
Oh god, do you want to look that up?
I don't know if that's
um,
real or not.
Yeah, I don't know either, but that's a big one that's going around in the world. And but like they could take her boobs out. Like if she's truly transitioning, I mean they do that. I mean look at Ellen Page and stuff, and
Yeah.
Leo Baker, the skateboarder, but they're
Try
like,
not-
oh,
try
there's no
not to.
scars. But I'm sure they can do it like through the armpit or something like that. So I don't. I
That's
think.
just-
I think that if she was,
Sad.
I don't think they can.
I don't know. I'm not a surgeon. I have no
Because
idea.
you would just think that like someone like Ellen Page would do that. Pretty sure she's got the scars.
Unless she wants the scars.
She wants the scars.
Yeah.
Someone recently just came out.
Does Ellen Page have the scars?
I think so.
Yeah, I know Leo Baker does.
Hold on.
Have you ever seen the ones of the Navy SEAL woman or who is she?
Right here, dude.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
these
System back,
days.
dude. She just released I don't know.
It's so confusing now,
It
man.
is,
it's
man.
so hard to like.
It's supposed to be confusing. It's supposed to make us like trip over our words and like
Care. What they
and
think.
cater to them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Well, this person was a Navy SEAL, and they convinced that person to transition, and it was the worst mistake of his life.
no, not this guy. I was talking about the one who's in Biden's
Oh. Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
the nuclear waste
the nuclear waste guy
head guy
girl.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Well, you ever seen there's a meme of it's like him and
Like fuck that. Fuck that.
No, not this guy.
That guy's
There's
bullshit,
too many.
bro.
There's too many trans.
That guy's
guy.
fucking bullshit.
There's too many
Other guy.
transgenders in Biden's administration.
Fuck that thing, dude. Like, be professional.
No, this
guy.
guy.
That guy looks like fucking. That guy is Hunger Games.
There's a picture of him and Mitch
Right?
McConnell next to each other, and it says, "Have you ever seen these two in the same room?"
Oh, okay.
Like it's just Mitch McConnell, and then he plays the other role, like some like Mrs. Doubtfire shit.
That nuclear waste guy though is fucking Hunger Games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Dude. Yeah, for
He's
sure.
the bad guy of Hunger Games.
Yeah, that's the capital of Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a capital person for sure. He's getting in
That, like
some,
all like if you,
problem.
like the
Probably, yeah.
liberal.
For stealing, I think. or
yeah,
something?
some like
He's
embezzlement.
stealing bags and shit. No,
Yeah,
he's stealing.
luggage.
He's stealing luggage because he's running out of fucking outfits.
What?
Yeah. He needs to keep his outfits fresh.
What's his salary? This dude can't go to fucking.
Out of job.
Zara?
He's fired now. Nuclear waste guru. That guy's a guru of what?
It's funny though, that, like you would think like a bunch of liberals probably like
Dude,
read-
other countries have to look at us and just be like, these people are fucking out of their minds in America.
Yeah.
look how privileged they
Like,
are. They're so
like-
privileged that
They have all.
they can't even.
No,
It's this one, literally.
They don't even know if someone's boy or girl
no.
or what to call them.
It's that meme right there.
I don't know.
What's going on in
It's
that?
like
meme?
these are defense ministers between the Western nations, and then hold on, like this is like the defense ministers for
That looks like some Gab shit, Enzo.
Russia, Iran, China. They're all dudes, and for all the Western nations, it's all like short-haired.
Oh, like Karens.
Yeah, like the West is becoming weak. It's like that meme, you know. Like they look at our country and they're like, "What the fuck are these guys doing? What the fuck are they thinking?"
Is it a product of freedom?
I don't know.
Like, so
Yeah, the whole soft times create soft
yeah.
men.
But like that's what the country was founded on, was freedom. Freedom first. And then like what happened
Has a price.
from freedom.
Yeah, we are the experiment.
Yeah, we are the freedom experiment. And so what happens from freedom is you have to give up something. Freedom ain't free kind of deal. And in that aspect, like we're giving up like masculine leaders and
Not my freedom. Yeah, we're giving up masculinity.
yeah, masculinity because
But is it freedom though? Is it really freedom that's causing that? Because it's not the experiment that our forefathers supposedly put into place for us, got tainted in there. Like it got tainted by.
And is it like it's kind of a liberal idea, but is it weird to think that we're still basing this country that is like a huge continent landmass off of this colonial document that literally was made for like a quarter, an eighth of the country? Where now we still think that those rules will apply to such a large mass of people. Like I'm sure that's like a liberal like idea is to be like
their talking point, like, oh, the Constitution is fluid, it can be changed, or like, like the Supreme Court, like this person's a constitutionalist, he views it as like a firm document that says what it says, and you go by that, versus someone who's like, oh, it's living and breathing on the left, and so they like have their way with it a little bit. But I agree with you. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, do you think that will act like their idea would hold up, or is it really time for, like, don't you think that the United States would benefit of literally just like,
breaking up
yeah,
and into small, probably, like
Countries?
balkanization is what they would call that.
yeah,
I don't know. There's like, I think so, but I don't know. There's people that are really against that.
like, are they just
for like
holding
good
on
reasons
to,
though? Like there's reasons that
You don't
we
know.
don't know because
Yeah.
we're not, economic
Economic, yeah.
majors and shit like that.
What do you mean?
I mean, like I don't know shit about economics.
or why,
And like
how
what
we
what
wouldn't
that
benefit
like
from
what
being
what
sovereign
yeah
nations.
what that would do
Oh
to
yeah,
our
like
economies
yeah,
and stuff.
Me
by
neither.
Breaking up. Do we lose shit and gain shit?
Like creating borders within.
For like states and shit, like not
states.
having some of the states wouldn't have any water anymore. They wouldn't have like any fresh water source.
Well,
if
they
they're,
just
like,
would have to.
landlocked.
They just would have to play ball with the states that have
next to it,
that have
exactly,
water.
which would create like power, struggles and stuff. Because then we wouldn't be a union anymore.
Okay,
But I'm not against it. I'm just saying.
I'm not for or
Yeah.
against it, but I just think that it just does seem like it's.
Sounds like you just want to go to war, Jim.
No, I don't
You
want
just
to.
want to go war.
Dude, how are we
That's
gonna go
what
to war?
happened.
Have you seen our
All
defense
the-
ministers?
Yeah, but if we broke up all the
Well,
right leaning countries, we'd probably start
Banding together.
saying, you know
or-
what, fuck that. Why did Michigan get all the water and shit? Them liberal motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's go in there and get it.
Is that what the Civil War really was about? You
Let's
know,
go
it's
get
like makes you think.
I don't know, man. Sam Tripoli and I brought it up on on our show once, but on Tinfoil podcast,
Tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil Hat podcast, he had some dude come on and explain like what the fucking Civil War was really about. And this guy like aced it, man. This guy was saying some shit I never even heard. Not that I was ever like a huge Civil War fucking buff or anything like that, but this guy was just talking some shit about the Civil War and basically like broke down like why like slavery had like nothing to do with it. Had like
Yeah.
absolutely nothing to do with like slavery
Yep.
at all. I wish I could like
was about
tell you some stuff, but you just got to go find that
I might
episode.
check it out after this.
I,
Yeah.
I've watched
It's
that
really
episode,
good.
and what I got out of it was the North
Was doing shit.
was doing what North had figured out how to make slavery
In
legal.
factories. Yeah.
Make it work for them in an industrial aspect.
Yeah.
And the South was against that, and they were more like
Agriculture.
agriculture and complaint, and they were, they're good with their land and
Yeah.
their
They still had like their old like Southern
Yeah,
nobility
like
structure.
he was basically explaining how like when we look at the Civil War now, we look at the Confederate flag and everything, we're automatically like racist. Like, oh, those people that fly the Confederate flag are racist and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't even about that. It was about like they were living life, and then the North came in and was like, hey, we like what you have, we want it too, and started like fucking shit up and like taking shit, and they were like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like all the like, yeah, there was like plantations and shit, but that wasn't the common folk. Like that wasn't the average norm.
No, it was just
You know,
super
The
rich.
average
Yeah.
norm,
Super rich.
yeah, super rich and Democrat. But the super norm was like, stop fucking up our shit, you know, or we're gonna stand up and fight back for you to stop fucking it up. And that's what it was, and that's what the Confederacy like was and shit. It was just like these people standing up, being like, stop fucking with us, leave us alone.
Yeah, and the North saw power in how many people that they had. That so like even like they wanted to take those slaves that they had and like put them into factories.
Fucking
And put
A,
'em-
bro.
There's a book in
Fucking A.
about the meat packing
Industry.
factories, and it's a really famous book. It's in Chicago, but it talks about all the meat packing. Yeah, I can't think
The
of the name.
Jungle.
The Jungle, yeah, the Jungle, and it's like those fucking factories were like you go to the plantations
Yeah.
and what the slaves were working on.
It's episode
It was like
5.
outdoors.
It was outdoors.
Yeah.
They had houses.
Yeah.
They were able to like have families and
Yeah. This was like before there were any type of like safety standards. It
Oh,
was the
yeah,
fucking
dude.
belly of the beast, bro.
yeah, and they weren't just like and these people weren't extorting just like the blacks. They
Everybody.
were everybody. They
Yeah.
were like, we know how to use everybody to be our workforce.
Yeah, if you want to listen to, because we're just kind of doing our own bullshit
Yeah, this guy does
synopsis of
yeah.
what we think the Civil War was. This dude, he's on episode 529 of the Tinfoil Hat podcast. It's the Civil War with Ray from Tokyo, China. That's the title of the episode, and he's a Civil War researcher. Guy just goes off on shit.
Awesome. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
dude. They
good
probably have different tellings of history back.
Well, well, yeah. I mean, it's just like anything, like any war, like there's one side that gets labeled the good guy and one side that gets labeled the bad guy,
Yeah.
and it's like unfair to be like, well, you can't hear what the quote unquote bad guy had to say.
Yeah.
Like it's just that doesn't make any sense.
It's like, yeah, I used to work with a dude that taught English in Vietnam, and he told me that he's like, you want to see something crazy? He's like, go to a Vietnam War museum in Vietnam, and he's like, it's a completely different picture. Like he's like, it's a absolutely completely different picture of the war.
Really?
On from their side and their
Interesting.
point of view towards us, like we're like monsters.
Which we were in Vietnam and Korea.
Everyone is in war, you know.
Especially those proxy wars that have nothing to do with you. Like,
The people that get sent over there, they're just cannon fodder, you know?
yeah.
Like, it's just the people. It's like Fortunate Son, that song by CCR.
Yeah.
Moving on to a different new subject real quick. I saw this really cool video where this guy took a didgeridoo and he fucking picks up this like big crystal with it. He makes this crystal float with it.
Dude, this is that shit Randall Carlson was talking about.
And he's like,
dude.
this is how the pyramids were built. with
Do you have it on
sound.
TikTok?
Yeah. You can go to if you look, are you logged in?
He is.
Go to TikTok real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This user is Taster, Taistar, STAR.
Taste Star.
42, right there. Yeah, that dude. There it is, right there.
Do we need the volume on it or no?
Which one was it?
If you just go back, it's like right.
This one.
Yeah, that one.
Hold on, let me frame that up too real quick. So if you're checking this out on YouTube,
Whoa, this is fucking weird, bro.
which one are we looking at?
I think he's got a bunch of different ones.
And what's
He like
can happen with
he
this?
like he takes the for people who can't see it. He takes the didgeridoo. This is not it. This is someone else like comment like stitching it. Find his actual one. So, probably any of those right there. He's picking up rocks. He just takes didgeridoos and he picks up fucking. He puts it over a rock. You know, I mean, I don't know. It could be
Whoa.
fake. You know,
Hold on, play the sound on it, Enzo.
like I don't know what that is. Is that a piece? Is that one looks like tinfoil or something? Like there's a moving tinfoil. The one I saw looked like a crystal. Right there, and it's like
This one?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a rock or not. Yeah, that looks like a crystal, don't it?
Yeah.
Looks like garbage bag.
But do you suck in a didgeridoo?
No, it's didgeridoo. You have to breathe through your nose while you blow out of your mouth at the same time.
That's insane.
It's It's like the
Okay.
hardest technique. It's the hardest part about playing a didgeridoo is you have to learn that technique of breathing in while blowing out at the same time.
I'm seeing like in the comments it's saying it's reversed.
Well, that doesn't mean.
But what would
anything
that
either.
mean? Yeah.
I guess I just got to get other people to say.
So so is this guy saying the Egyptians had a fucking giant
Yeah.
ass didgeridoo?
Yeah,
Giant
it's just
fucking-
something manipulating sound. I think this guy's trying to point to, you know,
Yeah.
whether this thing's really light or whatever. I think he's just trying to say like, hey, look, I'm picking something up all through
Turn the
vibration.
volume off, Enzo.
Dude, I gotta understand how that can possibly
All
work.
through vibration. Like he's saying that it's sound is vibration, and you know, he's not saying they use didgeridoos. I think he's just saying they probably use some type of technique that altered vibrations.
Dude, that's what
To the
Randall
point
Carlson
where,
was talking about.
You know, it picked things up.
He was talking about that at the end of the Rogue, the most
Bacteria
recent.
shit.
Yeah, he was talking about that there's people that are they're tapped into actual frequencies that can move massive objects. And there's like people that are using these practices now.
I mean, didgeridoo is it's a weird ass instrument, man.
Yeah, it is.
And it's all vibration and shit, and because you gotta blow, you gotta consistently blow, but you're also like your lips, to get that. And then while you're doing that with your tongue, you're like
even if he was just sucking that thing up and adding the sound later, like
that would be like
that'd be
impossible
hard.
to
Yeah.
suck something like that up.
I'd like to see somebody like a scientist like stitch this.
No, just give me different didgeridoo players to do it.
What do you mean?
Get like another guy that plays didgeridoo and say, hey, can you pick something up with that didgeridoo?
Yeah.
And I don't know how to spell didgeridoo. I do.
You do better than I would. For sure.
You
Same
just
guy.
put Brown. It's the same guy.
Moving boulders with the push of a finger. Did sound help to build the megaliths?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yes, it did.
dude, I want fucking Randall Carlson to come back on Rogan. and
I mean, that's
talk
what
about
that
shit.
all that last lost history of flat Earth was. Is all fucking sound and vibration,
Yeah.
and
Dude, I was telling Enzo before you got here, I was in Detroit and I was talking to a buddy of mine and we were in a bar and I was talking about Tataria and I was like, breaking everything down that I knew about Tataria. And I'm like, in this city, there's buildings of this time. I was like, there's these ancient buildings throughout the whole world. And I was like, look, I was showing them the world fairs. I'm like, there's fires that happen and destroy all these things. I was like, during World War II, there was like massive bombings in major cities that had like major Tartarian buildings and structures that were destroyed. And I was like explaining the whole idea of like the swastika being, it's been used since ancient times, and the first Buddhist statue contained a swastika on it with what appeared to be a white bearded man on it.
Yeah.
And and I'm saying all this shit to him, and we walk out and we go and see the Detroit Public Library. Enzo, you want to pull up a picture of the Detroit Public Library? and I'm like, this is one of those buildings. I'm like, it's right outside the fucking bar we're talking about. I'm like, this is one of those buildings. I was like, this is it. And that is not it, but or no, it is. That is
Yes,
it.
it's just a different angle.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is one of those buildings. And I'm like, look, and then all across the lining of the building are just like a million swastikas.
Yeah.
Like a million.
Yeah.
And he pointed it out. He's like, Jim, look. And I'm like, see? I'm like, this shit's for real.
Yeah. It's just probably built in like 1800.
It was built in 1912, it said.
1912.
1912. And that was like the year of the World Fairs.
There's no pictures of it being built.
And look up the Detroit, what was it? The Wayne
County.
Municipal Building. Look at this fucking building, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that building, dude. You see how it's like structured, steps up to it.
Yep.
That thing sticks out
Like
like
it was
a
built on
sore
a hill
thumb.
and everything else was just like
Like those steps
mud-flooded.
look added as fuck.
Yeah.
The whole bottom half looks like it's new. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks like they had to fix something because there's probably
They had to fix it, and then they had to add a bunch of steps because the actual door is fucking probably like
Underground.
60 feet underground.
Yeah. And then are they preparing for the next mud flood? You know what I mean? Like, is that why they always have these big steps for the buildings? But I just couldn't believe that we walked out and then along
That one, yeah.
the Detroit Public Library, there's just these swastikas all around the building.
Yeah, that is insane, dude.
Oh man, you just made me fuck that up. There you go.
Yeah.
What's
when was
that picture of?
When was that?
Wayne
built?
County Courthouse. Same thing.
But when's that picture taken? It still looks like a sore thumb though. Like it looks like
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, read the fucking. print real quick.
2014, 1975,
No, go up. I want to know when it was built.
1897 to 1902.
1897.
Yep.
and those years play into Tartaria.
That's
right?
when everything burned down. And
Yeah.
everything was built and burned down. Like all the cities started on fire.
Great Reset.
Had a great fire in the 1800s, and war went through there and got blasted. Civil wars and shit. Civil
Look,
war.
Detroit. Look, 1800s Detroit Great Fires.
Like every major city had like a great fire, and like, oh, it's because of the material they used and stuff. Okay.
But what about those structures? You know what I mean? Like those structures, they're just like they stick out like a sore thumb.
In the fall of 1871, fire swept through parts of Michigan, changing the landscape of the area for a lifetime.
1871.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Holland, Lansing, Upper Peninsula, Chicago. It was hit the hardest in southeast Michigan.
There were so many fires in the Midwest, some blamed outer space. Okay.
Okay. Some dues, some direct energy weapons.
There's one right in Detroit too.
Yeah. It's so funny because that just seems impossible nowadays, doesn't it? To
What?
think about that.
Like
A
great
fire that was just all across the whole thumb. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of outer space, have you guys seen that?
equals MC squared. Clones are real. The Earth is flat. Vaccines are safe and effective. Secret hideout science. Science is cool.
Yeah, those are them. That's that bullshit garage band drums.
It sound good in that one.
It's all right in that one.
Yeah.
That's weird. What's his name? Bryce Mitchell. You guys heard of this guy? This UFC fighter.
I've heard of him.
He's been calling out Joe Rogan like
Oh
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, he's like real hick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been calling out Joe Rogan about flat Earth, asking him he wants to debate him. Joe Rogan won't respond to him. I like that. I like when people want to debate it. What, are we watching a clip from it?
This is apparently the social media clip that he called him out, I guess. But it's probably going to do this ad first of whatever this is.
You can't skip this shit. What are you on? What is this?
I don't know, but this is the clip that it came up.
Okay, just went to TikTok, bro.
True.
TikTok, keep it quick.
All right, I'll go back to TikTok. Like, I got only
Hey, you went
knows
to
what
some
this
type of
is.
fucking commercial website and it shows you commercials.
Bryce Mitchell.
While Enzo's looking up that.
Here you go.
Turn the mic down too so you can hear it.
This isn't it though, dude. This is this guy's commentary.
You got to get on TikTok, man. You don't know how to use it.
I don't even
You
know
get
what
on
it is.
here, you don't know how to fucking use it and shit. This is someone else's take on it.
Get that mic close.
He's been doing it for too long. Me and my mama will tell you right now this earth is flat. It ain't moving around at no 600-something thousand miles an hour, spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and floating through the universe constantly. Okay, this earth is flat, it's fixed, and the stars and stuff rotate around us. The sun rotates around us. Okay, and I can prove that. I would love to debate you, Joe Rogan, because I'm tired of you making fun of flat earthers. And if you're so confident, come on and debate me, buddy, because I'm tired of this crap you're posting.
I like that. I don't know who this guy is though. I don't watch fighting. So, is he like a good fighter or some shit? Is he like a popular fighter or?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, man, you
I'm
guys.
looking him up. Is he popular?
I thought
don't-
you liked this. Don't you like UFC shit?
I haven't been into it in recent years. After Anderson Silva broke his leg, that was it.
I mean, he's got a Wikipedia. I mean, it's he's someone.
Featherweight.
He's someone.
What's a featherweight, bro? How 145, dude.
His nickname is Thug Nasty.
I can't even take men who fight under. Oh man, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Just 145 is so small. Like, can you imagine being 145 pounds? I was 145 in high school, my junior year, maybe my sophomore year.
Can you imagine that guy just whooping your ass though?
Yeah, I mean I can, but I'm
That guy's
just.
just whooping your
But I'm
ass.
just saying, it breaks the simulation for me to think about it when I think about it as that. Like 145, dude, the wind blows and
How
you
tall
fly
is he?
away.
5'9"?
5'9".
That's skinny. But you gotta remember, these guys they're weighing in at what's he fighting at? Featherweight. What's the weight class for
Yeah.
featherweight?
Hold on.
So he probably walks around like 155, and then on like fight day,
136 to 145.
on fight day he drops to 145, and that's all just wild water
I
cutting
know.
and
I wish they just took that away. I think it would make it fair if they took away day before weigh-ins. If you had to weigh in when you showed up at the fight, so if you're gonna fight at 145, then that means you got to walk around at 145, or you got to fight like that. Instead, it's like you got these guys that weigh 170 and they cut down to 145.
yeah. That's all trickery in the fucking game, in the sport. Like there's a whole bunch of shit, and they'll weigh 10 pounds, 15 pounds heavier the next day.
Yeah, hydration. And
Yeah. So it doesn't even really make sense why they do it.
Didn't that Patty guy do that or some shit? Like balloons or something?
Yeah,
It's
he,
called
like-
ballooning or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Patty Pimblett.
Yeah,
he just
heard
fought.
Joe Rogan talking on
Yeah,
it.
like 5'10", 156. Like fuck, man.
Yeah. But anyways, I just like that. I like that dude. So calling him out.
Yeah,
Being like,
but what
stop
the
making.
fuck-
If you're gonna make fun of it, come debate me.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't want to? Like it's just like
Yeah.
if he doesn't want, like, who's Joe Rogan to know the shape of the earth? Like,
I think that's the point. He's sick of him making fun of him. Like, you don't want to debate somebody on it that clearly wants to debate you on it, then shut the fuck up about it. Stop making fun of people. Stop talking down on it.
yeah, I don't know. I think people who believe in it are also very like emotional about it. And it's like Joe Rogan's gonna talk shit about like a lot of stuff. Like, and just to him and to a lot of people, flat earth is ridiculous. I mean, just that guy being like, me and my mama are gonna show you that the earth's flat. Like, I mean, come on. Like, I'm be
and
real,
my
dude. Like, that's like how are you not gonna make fun of that guy? Like,
I
some
don't know.
corn
That's the
friend-
thing, though. But he's not just some cornbread motherfucker. He's like a UFC fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's within Joe Rogan's world. So that's what makes it interesting. Like, he's in Joe Rogan's
I mean,
world.
yeah. I mean, Rogan has Eddie Bravo on all the time, and he just doesn't
Yeah.
want to talk about it with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
for reasons.
maybe. I mean,
like how
or
they have
maybe he's
to-
just uninterested in it.
They have to tell us here at the Wikipedia at the bottom.
I don't know how you could be like uninterested in that, like the idea that
Because you could be bought into the other ideology, Enzo or Jake. How could you not
The-
understand your whole life? You thought the world was round.
yeah,
Like,
but
your whole life you thought. That.
and then someone told me a different thing, and it's like, holy shit, that's fucking interesting,
You thought Santa was real.
you know? Like
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
But
It's
to
like you're
him-
saying
but
that
to him,
he
could
doesn't want
hold
to
on
talk about it because
he could hold
he's
on
not
to the
interested
fact
in
that
it.
he's interested in space. So he's like, he could be emotionally attached to that, where he's like, I don't want to fucking think that this isn't
Real.
real.
Yeah, so he's being a bitch about it.
Sure.
It's
That's
just
what it
like, dude.
He doesn't
Sometimes
want
I
to talk about it.
honestly,
He doesn't want to talk about it because he doesn't want to get wronged in it.
sometimes I honestly think that it takes someone having trauma sometimes to be able to like break your concept of what like the world is. Because if you haven't had anything go wrong and like you have this system compartmentalization of what you think the universe, life, the world, everything, how everything works.
If it's working out for you,
Yeah.
then there's no reason to change that mold.
Yeah, and if someone comes to you and is trying to change that, it's like a disruption almost. Like it's a feeling of discomfort. I don't know if that's the way it is, but
No, that's true. I mean, that's for sure true.
No, it's because he's not allowed to. That's what it is.
I mean, maybe.
He's not allowed to. Because otherwise, I think he would. I mean, that'd be a great episode.
I mean, I don't know about hearing that guy and his mama come on and talk about flat
No,
Earth.
I'm just saying,
I
like,
don't think that's
like
gonna be.
you take like the
dude
biggest.
has on like fucking.
I mean, flat Earth is a big topic. It's a big topic. It's a big thing that people love making fun of. You know, people love making fun of flat earthers. So like, if you took like, if you had a podcast and you're like, oh, hey, I you know what, I want my podcast to get a lot of fucking views and blow up. I'm gonna have a world-renowned fucking NASA scientists debate the fucking, you know, whoever the flat Earth community thinks is like their fucking
Well, they had that.
world
yeah.
renowned, you know, and have it and go at it. No, they didn't, because it was supposed to be that Tyson motherfucker, and he backed out.
Yeah, Rogan did.
No, Tyson backed out.
Oh, Rogan had it set up
It
that
was supposed to be set
Neil
up.
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
That guy's a joke, anyways, dude.
I'm just saying, but the masses believe that guy. You know, the masses fucking suck that the guy's all over Big Bang Theory and shit. Like, you know, so I'm just saying, like that would be a fucking a killer episode for anybody, especially Joe Rogan's size. Like that would do gangbuster numbers. You know, because you could be like, all right, even if you think like Joe Rogan, you're like, oh, fucking the world's not flat, you fucking idiots. You could be like, hey, I'm gonna fucking prove, let's fucking settle this once and for all. I'm gonna get the best of the best from both sides and let them fucking debate on my show. You know, boom, that's a fucking episode right there. And if it wasn't a big deal, if everybody involved knew the Earth was fucking round and it was no big deal, they would allow it to happen, because it would shut everybody up. It would shut the flat earthers up. The guy would be able to come on the show and fucking demolish the flat earther. But they don't do it because they're fucking scared that the flat earther is going to demolish the fucking NASA guy. And that can't happen.
What happens when Eddie Bravo goes on there?
Like Joe Rogan can't do that, because Joe Rogan, like, either Joe Rogan's scared or the people that handle Joe Rogan are scared. And if that happens, then, you know, Joe Rogan's family gets murked out.
Maybe.
It's a possibility. What happens when Eddie Bravo goes on there and spits about flat Earth? What does he respond with?
Usually they're just all drunk, and
Okay.
it's kind of like just.
It's
messy.
not like a
messy,
serious thing.
yeah.
Got it.
It's not like a serious thing.
Well, and Bravo's
It's-
not like, he's not like one of those guys. Like, he just has watched videos on it, and
Got it.
like, I mean, just like, you know, a common person researcher.
Got it.
It's like the same thing as like when Robert Kennedy was supposed to debate fucking 5 of Purdue's top fucking medical professors about vaccines. You know, it was supposed to be 1 on 5, and he was supposed to do it on fucking the certain news station, and they fucking cancel on him at 2:00 in the morning, the night of. You know, or the morning of.
Did you ever see this
And
one?
it never happens because they got scared. And that's why there's never a big fucking, you know, debate on that shit either.
I mean, have you ever watched debates on flat Earth? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I've seen debates on flat Earth. But I mean, it's got to be.
They just kind
you-
of get messy, though.
You gotta,
They just get messy. It just gets like, it's like arguing with like a liberal about conservative points. Like, no one's gonna concede to either of their.
yeah, because no one's able to really prove either or.
No, it's what's that called when you can't, like, it's like
Stalemate.
Yeah, I mean,
But there's still people out there that like but a lot of those aren't with the right people. You know, like there's got to be like there's the right person that's going to be able to debate the round Earth side, and there's the right person that can debate the flat Earth side that want to do it.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
know, and they could do it well, and they both can do it well, and that's going to lead to a good debate. We get these messy ones because that's all we can get. Yeah, I forgot who the fucking.
I've watched this.
Yeah,
one
I've watched
before.
this too. Yeah. Honestly, the people that were on the scientist side, some of them, I'm like, dude, this guy doesn't actually sound like he knows what to answer right now. He sounds like he's getting frustrated.
Yeah. Because it's dogma either
Yeah, I
way.
know.
Like it's one way you're just believing in something that you don't know. Like you just don't, you're literally 2 feet on the ground.
know.
You're not in outer space. You're not looking at it.
A book
And,
told you.
and you never will.
Yeah.
Like 99% of people will never know the actual or see the actual shape of the earth with their 2 eyes.
Yeah.
They'll never do it. So it's like you'll never be able to, you just have to either believe what you believe or, you know, be open to, see, to me, I just like all of them. Like I like flat earth. I like
Yeah, so do I.
infinite
But people
earth.
are
I
sick
like-
of being called an idiot. I get sick of going to work and I'm called an idiot at my work. I'm considered an idiot because of the way I think. I'm considered not credible
but
with
yeah,
anything I say
well, that's the whole point.
because
That's why it's like
I
also a psyop.
I think it's a possibility that the
That's
Earth
why
isn't
it's
round.
also like a psyop. Like
You know?
that's why people say flat Earth's a psyop because it, you know, if you touch on flat Earth and if you believe that vaccines aren't safe and effective,
You're a
then you're
nutcase.
probably into flat Earth. And if you're into flat Earth, then you're a nutcase. So it's just like it's a trickle down effect.
Yeah. Which is why you can't have a actual fucking debate on a platform like Joe Rogan's, because then it could prove like, all right, maybe these guys aren't that fucking crazy because it could be a
You
possibility.
think that guy and his mama are gonna be
He's
the
like,
ones
me and my
to
mama.
break it?
He could, yeah. That guy and his mama might know what the fuck they're talking about.
He's like, listen, Joe Rogan, me and my mom are gonna come on your show.
We're tired of you.
We're tired of
Yeah.
you talking about us.
Hey, that guy's doing better than us.
No, I'm just saying.
You know?
Do you know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, I mean, he's a professional UFC fighter.
Yeah.
He's not a professional like earth scientist. What do you
Yeah,
mean? Like,
that's
like,
Saying,
yeah,
he's doing better than us in life.
yeah, but I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
You have that statement's a weird statement.
He's not an idiot. Like he's
because
not-
he gets in a ring with a guy and
Yeah.
beats him up.
Yeah, he's got something we don't, right?
Well, sure.
What's his name again? Something Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter. Thug nasty.
I think it takes more than just fucking swinging your fist to fight. Train yourself and shit like that. Look at that. Look at him.
He's in the cornfields.
Yeah, I want this guy to teach me about science.
Yeah.
Lifting.
That's smart.
That's smart.
Look at.
He said he's not corn fed.
Look
This
at-
guy's literally in the cornfield.
He's got a tractor behind him.
I'm not
Single
What?
leg.
Farmers stupid, you guys?
He's got good wrestling.
No.
Is that what
Like
it is?
that.
Huh? Farmers are stupid?
No. I didn't
No,
say
they
that.
ain't.
I didn't say that at all. Just funny that they depicted him that way. Oh, looks like he's good at jujitsu.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, you have to be
Aren't they
now
all?
to do mixed martial arts.
Yeah, these guys. It's like-
Guy's got him in a crucifix. He's trying to like submit him, and he's the other
He's
guy.
like, hey, buddy.
Yeah,
hey,
there you go. He's
Hey,
got
you
him.
know what me and my mama just found out? Hey, man.
this guy has. He's getting elbowed. Hold on, which one's which?
The guy on top now that's
Okay.
sitting
That's
on his butt
Bryce.
is Bryce. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
he's trying to like take the back of the other guy, and the other guy's trying to get him on the ground.
He's like, hey, you know this monster sign in the middle of the ring? That means 666. My mama told me that.
I mean, maybe it actually
know.
would be pretty entertaining to have him and his mama on.
Oh yeah, this guy's a jujitsu guy.
It would be entertaining. Like, that's the point. Like, why wouldn't you do that? If you're Joe Rogan, some guy's calling you out, and he's in your wheelhouse. Like, he's in your fucking world. Calling you out. Bring the motherfucker on. Like, that's gonna get you a view. Isn't that the point of, like, Joe Rogan's podcast is to, like, get views and shit? Make fucking money?
At this
Who knows
point,
what it is at this point?
At
What-
this
yeah.
point, it's whatever. I mean,
Whatever
come
they
on.
tell him.
The guy signed a $100 million Spotify deal. You're good. Just he could have fucking nobody on, and he's still gonna get millions of views. I mean, he had a beekeeper on last week.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He needs a beekeeper on.
but
Bees
like,
are important.
I know. That's what he was saying. But no, I'm just saying, like, it's a beekeeper. It's not. He didn't get the beekeeper on because she's gonna get him millions of views.
Yeah.
He's
know what
gonna
I
get
mean?
him regardless.
Yeah, he got her on because he was interested in her.
Does he still have this same setup like behind him? with
No.
The red. Oh,
That was like while the studio was being,
Being
built.
built.
Or he tried that one and didn't like it or something. I don't know.
No, I still think like views and shit and downloads is still important. That's like a Red Wings player like signing a fucking 9-year deal for fucking 10,
Yeah, but
$20 million
Rogan's
and then being
in a
like, oh,
position
I can
where
just
he
do what I
doesn't have to
want.
be on Spotify. Like,
No, but that's just like how this shit runs. That's how this shit goes. Like, it's entertainment. He's entertainment. Like, they want views and shit. Like, that shit's important to them.
of course it is,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think he's not like he doesn't have an agent doing this. Like he's doing this. I think that's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
he doesn't have a booking agent booking these guests.
No, he has someone because they had a poll one time, like a few years ago, about who should come on the Joe Rogan show or who should Joe Rogan have on and shit like that. And because like the whole non-vax community was pushing
Robert.
was pushing Del Bigtree.
Oh. Del Bigtree would
And
be
there
a
was
good
like
Rogan guest.
a shit ton of people went and did it and got like no response. There's someone out there. There's something out there. Yeah. But it won't happen, so we don't gotta worry about it. It never gonna happen. On that topic though, some guy was saying that, pointing out that the Milky Way is actually a scar from the Great Flood. Like, that's what the Milky Way is. It's not like some fucking galaxy thing. Like, when you look at the Milky Way, it's a scar in the firmament from when it rained, when the Great Flood poured
Where
in.
did you find this on TikTok? Like where on TikTok?
Why are you guys laughing at me? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, how is that any more ridiculous than a guy walked on fucking water and yet you wear him around your fucking neck? Like, how is that any more ridiculous than that?
I was asking what
Some
content
guy-
creator
or, like,
can I find that from?
Oh my god, the Milky Way is a scar, but yeah, I believe in Noah's Ark. Like, what?
Well, bro, I don't know, man.
It's fucking. It's look it up. That's not the
I-
Milky Way. That's the
I know. I typed
Because
in
they're
Great Scar.
both
like
ridiculous.
like get the like a picture from Earth.
That's
of
why
the
it's
Milky
funny.
Way.
But you just are sold on one. So
Which
that's
one?
why it's offensive when somebody thinks it's funny.
Milky Way.
It's not that I'm sold on it. It's the fact that it's not funny because it's a possibility, and like to laugh at something is like
Like this, right?
to be like, oh, that's fucking nonsense. Like, no, I thought that's the whole
It's
point
not
of everything is
necessarily
like,
people saying it's nonsense. It's just that's a crazy idea.
yeah.
Could that not be a crazy idea?
I mean, I guess it is a crazy idea, but it also makes sense in that world.
guy's-
In the world of
that guy's mama said that all the stars
in the world of
all
believing
the stars.
in the world of believing that there's a great flood and some guy put all the animals on the boat, like where did they just started raining? Like, if this great flood was real, it just started raining from the clouds and that made enough water to to fucking like flood the
No,
Earth?
to
Cover
Noah's
the Earth.
Ark.
Or would it
Noah-
make more sense
Noah's
that
Ark
outer
bumped
space
into the
or,
firmament?
or would it make more sense that outer space is water,
And
an
it just
ocean,
ripped open.
and that's how it fucking came in, was the firmament opened up and it poured in from outer space, like the dude fucking on the tinfoil hat said, that it's like a water consistency out there.
Okay, well that makes more. what
And
you're-
then
what
that's
you're
where
saying
it
to me
happened
now.
right
Yeah.
there, is it opened up and it poured in. And that's what's left over,
Interesting.
And that's what caused the cataclysm known as the Great Flood.
known as the Great Flood. The firmament opened up.
I thought you were saying that like
It
it rained
rained
so
from the-
much
yeah.
that the
That's what I
firmament
was saying.
filled up, and then like everything crashed upon the firmament. Not like it like so like. It,
Oh, something. You think something
like,
cut the
it was
firmament?
full- It was full, and then Noah's Ark went by and
Cut it
cut
up.
the sky. My mama
Noah
told me.
bladed it.
Noah said Noah accidentally bumped into the firmament with his boat.
That's
No, but look at it now.
in that picture.
Now look at it.
So how does the firmament heal?
Never does.
You know what I mean? Like what causes it to heal?
Well, I think that is it healed, and that's what we got. That's what it is. That's a scar. Get a different picture. Find
Well,
other
what that
pictures.
makes me think of is like that the idea of like the world we live in is like we're just like this cell of this massive creature. And that's something, you know, so if this is, and then outside of that massive creature is this big body of
And he got a
liquid.
cut and then went swimming.
He got cut, you know, and then inside it poured in. Because have you ever thought of that? Like how like there's like they look at microscopic images of us and then they compare those to space
Okay.
and how like it just could be this organism that's just larger than you could ever imagine.
More like little bacteria running around
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah.
And not like just thinking our lives are so important, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like what are we to like the microscopic things in us?
Exactly. We're you know, I mean, what's it? Men in Black says it. Like, you know, like the galaxy is in that little necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now that you look at it, doesn't that shit does it not look like a fucking slit? Go down. It's right there.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm just trying to get that little picture on the screen.
Oh shit.
Damn it.
Damn
Did
it.
you guys see the Owen Benjamin thing that he claimed that Kanye put him and Dave Chappelle in a group chat?
No, I didn't see that, but that sounds awesome.
And Kanye was like, "Hey, you stole Owen Benjamin's joke." And Dave Chappelle like responded and shit.
No, what'd he say? Pull that up. We were just talking about that before you got here.
go on TikTok.
Because I thought it was fucking dope that Kanye, I think we're supposed to call him Jesus. But
Yay. Wait,
or-
what do I. Okay.
what is
Oh,
it?
just type in crafty grower.
My dreams have come.
Pull that back.
Yesterday, Ye started a group text with me and Dave Chappelle. And that's a blast. My dreams have come true. Christmas came early. When I did the first side-by-side Chappelle, me, Caitlyn Jenner joke and the LGBT joke, because they're both identical, it got millions of views on YouTube. It was my last stand on YouTube. It was right when that one Chappelle special came out, and Rogan had to address it because everyone was seeing it. And so this was when Rogan addressed it. It's the first time he said my name in literally years because he had to. He's instructed people not to bring me up. He's done it for years. He's kind of crazy. So I sent this to Ye.
She is a fucking icon of the LBG without
community.
the T.
Yeah.
It's when the T's got
Yeah,
involved.
before. Yeah,
she
David
became-
Chappelle joke. Yeah.
Well, ironically enough, an Owen Benjamin joke as well.
Oh, was it really? Yeah.
Silence.
He argued together. I mean, he had a bit about it too. I don't know who saw who first, or or if they thought about it together.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Well, we didn't think about it together, and I think Joe knows that. I did it 3 years before Chappelle. We're all talking, and Chappelle's like, why the hostility, Ye? And Ye's like, it's all good, brother. I want you two to get to know each other. So I text Chappelle. I'm like, hey, man, if you want any good, like, advice on Jew or trans material, I've been doing this a while. And when I did those jokes, I was kicked off Airbnb, PayPal, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all theaters and comedy clubs. And I just write, you timed it perfectly. You know, it's nice, but at the same time, it's saying, I did it when it was controversial. And Chappelle's like, good to meet you, man. Stay up, bro. Like trying to be I'm not going to assume intention. He seemed pretty cool. And the funny thing is this experience has allowed me to just enjoy Chappelle again because, I feel very vindicated, and it was an incredible experience. But I said, man, I'm not bitter. Because Dave goes, I did that joke in 2017. I just want y'all to know that. And Ye was like, yeah, man, it's probably just, oh no, that shit's identical and Owen did it first. Hack. And I'm laughing. I go, Dave, I'm not bitter, man. I actually feel like I got kicked out of hell. I was mad at first seeing all the sellouts act like you're this genius, this revolutionary, this cutting edge comedian when I literally did it 3 years before you did. I now have 4 kids. I live on a farm. I'm happy and I got none but love. And Ye goes, in the music industry, that's called sampling and you owe him royalties. And I go, Dave, I don't want any money. In fact, I would never want comedy to be litigated. That sounds like a nightmare.
I originally did Men and Women Are Different. I originally did These Songs Sound the Same.
Like I literally don't want that at all. I just believe in an honor culture where the comedians are supposed to call each other out when someone does a joke after someone else and give credit. I don't want money. So what I told Chappelle is I go, I don't want money, dude. That sounds, but next time you do Rogan on air, I want you to admit how short he is.
But the thing is like, okay, what is Dave Chappelle supposed to know every fucking joke ever told?
No.
No, it's like identical though.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So you think he did for sure steal it?
I don't know. I heard another Chappelle premise that was stolen too, not from Owen Benjamin too. So I mean, I don't know if Chappelle is. You never know though. I mean, these guys are writing like a shit ton of material. So so he might have seen Owen Benjamin do that.
Forgot it or something.
Yeah, he might have seen him do it or been like, that's a badass idea, and it's a sweet premise.
It's like writing a song, you write a song and like, you come up with a melody and you're like, oh shit,
Like,
that's
I think
a
the
dope
fact-
melody, and then you realize like
heard
a
it
year
3 weeks
later,
ago.
it's like, yeah, oh, that's this song.
I think the
Beatles.
fact that Chappelle even like responded to it's huge, though. I mean, and had a conversation with him.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like he was saying, like that's all he could
Kanye
ask
doesn't
for
seem to be
about
happy
it.
about it. Or Kanye like seems to be the
Kanye
antagonistic
seems
person
to be
here.
antagonizing a lot right now.
Yeah.
he's a rabble rouser.
Yeah. No, that's sweet because we were literally just talking about that before the show.
About
I was
what,
like,
Owen
I wonder
Benjamin
if Owen
or-
Benjamin heard obviously that Ye brought him up on Alex Jones. You know what I mean? That's a bunch of worlds colliding. That's what's happening with Ye right now.
Yeah.
It's just like all these worlds are colliding.
Yeah,
And he's from the world that we are always talking about. Like he's an insider to the elites.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire.
Which makes
he's
you
a
think.
musician.
Exactly.
He's a fashion designer.
Mm-hmm.
he's a saint.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, is he a martyr?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Can you guys do an ice bath?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'd love to do one. Why?
I don't know. I couldn't do it.
I've tried.
I couldn't do it.
I've tried.
Why not?
I just couldn't. I don't fuck with cold water, man.
Oh, dude, I think that would be awesome.
I don't fuck with cold
I've
water.
done
I don't
one.
swim in my pool.
I mean,
it's like
I'd have to like get
70.
prepared and do it, but if I had an opportunity, I'd do it.
I did it at,
You wouldn't just do it to be like, I
can
want to
do
see what
it.
this feels like?
go get some fucking ice, pour it in your
I mean,
bathtub.
I can do it if I want to set my mind to it, but I'm saying, like, let's say I was in a location or I was someplace and they were like, hey, we have an ice bath you can try. I would fucking do it.
Yeah.
Or if I was like an athlete and I was like, I really need to do this, I would do it.
I lasted about
they say
30
it's like-
seconds.
They say it's like really good for you, you know?
I lasted 30 seconds in a professional, because when I went to Toledo,
Yeah.
For the walleye tryout, we had access to their whole
Facility.
facility.
Right.
So after like our session, me and this guy was buddied with, we're like, oh, let's go do the ice bath. Let's try that out. And I went in it, and it was tough.
How far?
All the way, but
All the way.
it was tough.
Yeah.
But I could do it now. I know I could, because I've become better at like.
I guess the question isn't can you do it, because like everyone could do it.
Yeah.
Which like would you do it? Like would you do an ice bath?
Oh, I think
I'd like to.
about buying one of those barrels all the time.
I'd like to.
Do you?
Yeah,
It's good for you, man.
I do sauna.
Do you ever take
Yeah,
a cold
I
shower on
nope,
purpose?
Never.
Oh,
Never.
I
I've tried. I've done it before.
I don't fuck with cold
I do
water.
it almost every time I shower.
Really?
Almost every time.
I prefer hot water.
I
but
finish with cold water.
have you ever like sometimes my water heater will go out and it'll be like when I really need to take a shower and my water's still cold because it went out like when I was sleeping or something, and I just got to take one. It's
No, like I'm
okay.
telling you, like it could be like 90 degrees. It could be like 100 degrees outside, and like go swimming. If the pool's like fucking like
cold,
70 degrees,
you're not in it.
75 degrees, like fuck it, I ain't swimming.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
I went to
I ain't swimming.
Lake Michigan, and Lake Michigan's pretty cold.
That's like the only time
Yeah,
I will tolerate a cold water is like
in a lake.
in a
Do
lake.
This right here.
No,
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do it.
no, this guy is going through hell right now. I do
Like,
so.
it feels like
Usually on Tuesdays, actually, when we do the pod, I'll go to the gym
Mhm.
and I do like almost 20 minutes, 17 minutes or so. I try to get to 20 minutes. I always bail on sauna, which is pretty gnarly.
Okay.
And then I go right into a cold, like ice cold shower. And you do feel great.
I'm not doubting that the health benefits of it and shit like that and how it makes you feel. I
It
just
works.
Can't do it.
It works.
Bro, if I had a bathtub,
You don't have a tub at the
I
crib?
do, but what I don't like is I feel like if I'm gonna lay in my bathtub, I want to clean it before I like lay in it.
Oh yeah, you're a weirdo.
I am a
forgot.
weirdo.
Just clean it then. Pour some bleach in that bitch and fill it up. And
Yeah.
then drain it.
I know, but I use it as a shower like 90% of the time. So it's like if I had my own bathtub,
Dude,
like,
every time I take a shower, I lay down in the shower.
oh, really?
Every time.
No way, bro.
Every time.
I'm weird.
I
I'm
sit-
like, even
I
if I'm in the
sit
shower
in
and
the
I
shower.
touch the wall, I'm like, oh god, it's cold.
Yeah, get over that.
I know.
I think
Get
there's
over
something up to it, up with it though.
What?
With the ACL or ASL challenge, ice bucket challenge, and now this is like the big trend, like fucking ice bucket thing.
Like that it's
Ice-
bad for you?
Yeah, something to it, man. Pushing it. It's gonna activate the fucking vaccine.
Possible.
That's what it
Fucking
does.
dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it makes you. I don't do ice bath like that. I've never done it. Only at the walleye thing, and I lasted 30 seconds. I got out. I was like, that's intense. But I really wasn't like prepared for it either. Like I think you got to like get in the mindset to sit in some water like that. You got to be in some like meditative. Even when I do 20-minute sauna, like last time I did it, and I
You
went.
got to work up to it.
And
Probably.
I went to cold shower. Like I'm in the cold shower and I'm making noises. Like I'm like,
Oh yeah.
like feeling like a crazy person
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Because you're like,
I broke out in hives last time I did it.
here, Joe Rogan's about to do it. Joe the Toe per Owen Benjamin.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
Bro, he's fucking jacked, man.
Like everybody, like this is like such a trend now though. It's just like ice baths and shit. Like everyone that was on the fucking Titanic's just like, what the fuck? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
You
Like you guys are doing this shit for fun now?
For training and recovery.
Everyone's like, oh, there's so many health benefits to it.
Yeah.
Like the fucking 4,000 people floating in the fucking ocean and
well, if they would have
disagree.
if they would have got out, they would have been happier.
Yeah, and they would have been healthier.
Yeah,
they would have been happier, and the recovery.
Yeah,
would
all
have
the
been
ones that
great.
got saved, they're just like,
They're like, I'm
they
not
got
sore
that
anymore.
lifeboat, and they're like, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, Yeah. On that note, why don't you tell everyone where they can find us?
Check us out on Instagram at Secret Hideout Podcast, that TikTok Secret Hideout Podcast. Keep sending us the love because I see comments flowing in there right now. Actually, let's go to it real quick. See if we got anything in there.
Inbox?
It's all just videos from me.
Is it?
You gotta follow.
Let's see. Let's see if we got anything cool. How do you do the? How do you go to?
Let me, please.
Let you?
Well,
You don't
yeah,
even
he's
have a TikTok.
He's controlling my screen. Yeah, but I could probably figure it out.
Hold on, are we getting money?
No.
Wait, we got 17 grand?
Holy shit. Let's see if we got anything. On our most recent TikTok, we got anything cool?
First guy.
Hail Satan. That's Bread Guy. Shout out Bread Guy. And yeah. Someone shitting on us. So keep on loving.
Clearly it's a joke, but okay, well clearly this podcast isn't for you, so
Yeah.
fuck off.
Anything, the Tataria one's always popping off. Anything cool in here? It's coming, false flag.
Look that up. Psalm 19:1.
No, I didn't. Read that one out.
Yeah, you should make more like this and less
give
like
me
the Santa
mouse
Claus
control.
one.
What do you mean?
Well, that one's got like 700 likes.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know.
this podcast
Santa
right now
Claus
is going to
one
have
got
a lot
like
of...
4.
The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? On Von Braun's grave.
Oh, it's on.
Skies proclaim.
Read it out loud so everyone don't read it like a fucking psychopath. Read it so the listeners can hear it.
Psalm 19:1. This guy said on Von Braun's grave, like Werner von Braun, the guy who sent us to the moon, right?
Yeah.
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament is his handiwork.
And the firmament, his handiwork.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you tell everyone where they find us?
So check that TikTok out, and then I was about to do your line. Yeah, just look at us on social media.
You got all these nice ones where you got a nice speech with some music behind it. Enzo's talking with some nice music behind it, and you make ones of me talking about fucking the Santa Claus.
Oh, I don't know.
It's got 322 clip views.
Get better at talking about
Get
shit.
good, bud.
Fucking Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus one's good though. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched it.
It's a good one. This I just made just for. I did want to talk about this. Nyjah got fucking screwed on Skater of the Year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, he dropped the heaviest skate part I've ever seen in my entire life. The heaviest skate part. Like, it's banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, I watched some guy like breaking down the video of it, and he's doing nose grinds down fucking like a 25 set as like filler.
Yeah, dude. Like he'll
in his
do
part, it's like a filler.
He'll do enders in a line. Like it's crazy. And he got fucking jacked by some guy who's gotten it before, and because he's got like some like I don't know, people are, like I was talking to people at the skate park about it today, and they're like, "Oh, it's because he's a rapist." It's like he's got some like Me Too shit on his record.
That'll do it.
Well, did he rape somebody?
Who knows?
Like, was he convicted of rape?
No.
Oh.
No, he's not.
He's not in
convicted
prison.
of rape.
Yeah.
No. He had some fangirl probably say that he banged her when she was drunk. I don't know. It's didn't matter. His skating was Skater of the Year.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking the best skate part I've ever seen in my entire life.
How did a Panda video not do good?
It's weird how it works. Like, why that Tataria one just slapped off. Enzo does get pretty, he gets pretty emotional at the end of it.
I do?
Yeah.
About what?
I don't know, play it.
I don't want to.
Okay. You don't want to hear yourself talk
No,
about
I really don't.
on the show that you're talking on?
No, I'm good, bro.
All right. Check us out, guys. We got to do an intro.
Yeah, like always, don't listen to a word we say, so we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And please do your own research, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.